Islam is the second largest religion in the world, practiced by over 2 billion people. Some Muslim communities live in the most remote places on earth, far from cities. Yet they keep their faith alive in unique and inspiring ways. Let's explore more about them. Muslims of the Amazon, practicing Islam. Deep in the rainforest, deep inside the Amazon jungle, small Muslim communities have existed since as far back as the 19th century. Many are descendants of African and Lebanese traders who settled in Brazil, Peru, and Colombia. With no large mosques nearby, they turn their homes into places of worship, pray with family, and teach Islam to their children through oral tradition. Islam in the middle of the ocean. The islands of the Maldives. The Maldives, a paradise of over 1,000 islands, is home to some of the world's most secluded Muslim communities. Many of these islands have only a few residents, yet almost everyone has a mosque. These mosques, built from coral stones, have survived for centuries despite rising sea levels. With no major Islamic scholars nearby, the people rely on Friday prayers and visiting religious teachers who travel from island to island to educate them. Islam at the roof of the world, the Wakhan corridor. In the high mountains of Afghanistan's Wakhan corridor, a small group of Muslims practices their faith in complete isolation. They live over 4,000 meters above sea level, surrounded by rugged peaks and extreme winters. Their mosques are simple mud brick structures, and they travel on horseback for days to visit different villages. With little contact with the outside world, they hold tightly to their traditions, passing down religious knowledge from generation to generation. Islam in the endless desert, the Sahara. In the scorching Sahara Desert, tribal Muslims have practiced Islam for centuries. As nomads, they don't have permanent mosques, so they pray wherever they set up camp, facing the vast dunes towards Mecca. Their Quranic recitation is often done around a fire at night, and their knowledge of Islamic laws is preserved through poetry and oral storytelling. Arctic Muslims, praying in the land of endless sun. Imagine fasting during Ramadan when the sun never sets. In the Arctic Circle, where daylight lasts for months in summer and nights stretch for weeks in winter, Muslim communities face a unique challenge. Since following traditional prayer and fasting times is impossible, they either follow the schedule of the nearest Muslim country or Mecca itself. Despite the harsh climate, Muslims in these regions gather in small mosques. Faith has no borders. Despite being far from the bustling cities of the Muslim world, these isolated communities have kept their faith alive for generations. Whether in the Arctic, the jungle, or the desert, their devotion proves that Islam is not bound by geography. It is a way of life that thrives in every corner of the earth. Which of these communities amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments.